What's up, everybody? Here we are on, what is it, Wednesday, 2022, February. I gotta even look at my phone. February 9th, 2022. This week, we're still on the same subject for the week. What level are you on? What is your level? And as we discussed for the past few days, we're getting to know a little more and starting to see the differences between the two types. It's not just the modern woman versus the traditional woman, but is there a difference, a real difference between the African women, the Black African women versus the Black American women? Are they both moving into the traditional stance? Feminism? Is feminism even the same thing in Africa as it is in the United States of America? Questions that need to be answered. And that's why we have these discussions. Try to get all this out in the open. So, as we discuss this, like I said, we're on the subject. What level are you on? What is your level? And a lot of times people seem to have this particular dream partner in their life, dream spouse in their life. And a lot of times there are people available to them that they turn a blind eye to. And then 10, 20, 30 years down the line, they look back and say, man, I wish I would have. And it's bad because today it's like the mothers, and it's not just in America here, but it's also on the continent as well. It's like, for whatever reason, the mothers, knowing what consequences come with wanting to be a so-called independent woman. It's bad enough that in this country, we got a big problem with homelessness. And they're saying by the year 2032, the majority of homeless people are going to be women on the streets. And that's sad to see. And a lot of that's happening because women are choosing to be single, and then they turn around when it's pretty much too late, when they live their life, that they realize that there's no covering for me. There's no way that I can sustain myself and take care of myself, provide for myself at the age of 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. You got to understand that we all have a number of years that we're going to live on this earth. Not only that, you only have a number of productive years. And we live in such a society where many times it takes two incomes to be able to take care of a family. But yet people still want to be on their own, be independent. First of all, the family structure was never built for mothers to be single mothers or fathers to be single fathers. It was never meant for that. It's man and woman and child for a reason that it was made that way. You have a chance to be more productive and raise productive children. But we see what's going on today. And like I said, it's not just in the United States here, but it's happening all over. Because people are getting false messages from their parents and their friends. And I always say, look at the outcome of this very people who are telling you these things. Look at the outcome. Because the people on the streets ain't choose to be that way. They didn't go through high school, college and say, you know what, when I get of age, I'm going to live on the street and be homeless. It's not a plan. But the reason why people wind up that way is because they do not plan. And the thing with women, a lot of women, they think about the here and now and what's going on now. Most men, productive men, think about the future. Everything they do today is geared to make the future better, to have a stable family structure, to have better financial stability. Women just don't think that way for the most part. And I'm not saying all. You can never say all for anybody. But that's what's leading us to where we stand today. Let's see. And so we're going to see who want to join, who want to talk, because I really want to know from my African sisters, where are you at and what level you on? Will it be able to grab the type of man that you want? Because you can't be on the lowest level and expect the man on the most elite level to come, sweep you off your feet and say, hey, yeah, you don't have anything going on for yourself. You're not a traditional woman. You're not any of these. You don't have these values. So, but I'm going to choose you anyway. It don't work like that. So it doesn't work that way. So there has to be a coming together of understanding. Where are we headed? And as I preach, I continue to preach that the best we can do as a people is to be able to build bridges with each other instead of tearing them down. It's bad enough we've been separated in the way that we have, but now the opportunity is there for us to come together. And like I always say, and I will continue to say it, the way we strengthen ourselves as a people is us being Black Americans looking at our counterparts in Africa and saying, if we can't find what we're looking for over here in the U.S., and because everybody's complaining, instead of complaining, do something about it. There's nobody stopping you from getting on the plane. There's nobody stopping you from getting a passport. There might come a day that will happen. That's why it even makes more sense to get it done now. We don't know what the future brings. And for us to be out there not knowing what's coming in the future, you see what happened with COVID. COVID destroyed a lot of people because a lot of people weren't prepared. They didn't have that two-parent income. They didn't have, if one fall, the other one could pick them up. Marriage is definitely a benefit, but you have to be willing to submit yourself. Let's see who we got. Oh, from last night. So let's see. This is Esther from last night. Esther, right?
Yeah,
Oh, how are you? Good to see you
good
again.
evening. I'm fine.
I know you had a little problem with your little network last night, so we didn't get to complete what we were going through last night. Is everything? How's life now?
Yeah, thank God. And I pray the network doesn't fuck up today. No, it will not.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where we left off at last night. Do you remember?
We are talking about the kind of men, like what men wants in a like what women wants in a man. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
All right. Let's see if we could pick up where we left off then. Now, what I was just saying is that my whole thing is I'm going to continue to preach what I preach because I think it's necessary for us to grow as a people and to be a stronghold for each other. I don't know if you see the news that goes on the internet, this and the other. You got this forget her name. I can't even pronounce her name, but she's a black um immigrant actress, Zendaya, or I can't even
Sorry,
get the
I
name, but
can
that's what's going on because she made
I
a few comments about down on black people, saying that she's sorry that she took the jobs of black American women and took their men, and people just lit her up on social media. And my whole thing is, I don't even know why she said it because she's married to a white man at that. So I don't know where that came from. But a lot of discussion was that a lot of Africans, they treat black Americans different than they treat white Americans. Why is that? If you could tell me.
why the black Americans treat the whites
No,
differently
no, no,
and
no.
treat
Why do African women, I'm asking you a question. Let me ask a question rather than telling. Do you think African women treat black American men differently from white American men?
no,
You think it's all
I
the
don't think
same?
so. Yeah, it's all the same. There is no inequality. I don't think so, no. We don't treat them differently. We treat them equal, just like the whites.
And I believe that too. Like I said, I've lived in West Africa long enough to know. But this is what's going on around on social media today. All the bickering, this, that, and the other. If you were to get married
Instead,
today,
I,
if you were to get married today,
instead, I,
huh?
yeah, I can hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What are you saying?
I was saying, if you were to marry, like we discussed yesterday, do you
Yeah.
see yourself being able to commit to the very type of man that we discussed last night that you desire? Do you see yourself being able to commit to that man for the rest of your life?
Yeah. Yes.
Uh,
Anybody that I'm going to marry, definitely I love you to marry you. If I don't love you enough to marry, I'm not going to marry you. So definitely I'll be committed to you because I love you. So I have to be committed to you.
what about the Black Americans that like to troll people? Because there's this community in America with Black men that a lot of men are now going overseas, but a lot of them are going to like not really Africa as much. They're going to Brazil, Philippines to find these so-called traditional women. And it's funny because they deal with the Filipino women, the Asian women, and the Brazilian women and all that. No problem. But as soon as a black man started going for African women, you get that, oh, they only in it for a green card. Why do you think Black
No,
American men are like that?
no, I don't think so. Like, okay, for me, I think that the African women actually not really like the white American more than the black American. Like, because they once treated us as black chimpanzees, like the white people, the British colonial master. So I think, me, I don't think about the black people not being with us or we trying to get a green card through them. I
Hmm.
don't think so.
Well, that's unfortunately that's the way a lot of people, but the majority of people who think like that are people who never traveled anyway. So, but what did you just say about? Repeat what you just said about the white men again.
Mostly the Africans actually kind of detest the white
Oh, okay,
American
okay, okay.
because of,
I get you. I get you. All right. I just wanted to make sure I heard it correctly. So, because of the
yeah,
colonialism
because
and
of,
the racism that
yeah,
still exists
whatever.
and so forth.
Yeah, when they treated us so bad, called us the black chimpanzees and all that. So, but I didn't see anything like black people getting in the picture or trying to use them to get any green card.
Mm.
Someone like me, if I love you, I love you. I can't start to like because of green cards. So what if tomorrow I can't get the green card? So that means the love expires. So I don't think so.
Why do I have? I always ask this question. Why do I have to be about love? Love? Because see, this is the issue that I have. When people say, "Oh, I'm gonna be with this person because I love them," love is an emotion. It the love that we talk about, the romantic love, is an emotion that comes and goes. It comes one day and goes another day. You understand what I mean? Then people turn around and say, "Well,
Yeah.
I'm not in love. I'm not in love anymore," so they want to move on and divorce. And that's the problem that younger women today don't understand that things like your grandparents understood it, your ancestors understood it. It was never about romantic love. It was about saying that, hey, I'm going to be with this person, I'm going to be with that person, and we're going to grow together and we're going to build together. And love normally is built over the course of time. What happened with that? Where did all this
I think
romantic stuff come from?
for me, I think that when you love someone, you're not supposed to love anybody with a reason. You don't love for a reason. You don't say I love you because you don't supposed to have any reason for loving anyone. You're supposed to love unconditionally. Because for example, you said you love this person because he or she has something to offer. Maybe he has money to give you and you love him for that. Then you followed him and eventually get committed by getting married. Then what about tomorrow? Something happened and there was no money again. So what will happen? You definitely leave him. So I don't think you should love for a reason. I think you love without no reason. You just love because you love the person. That's why you
Wait till she come back before I comment.
can you hear me?
I heard you. Now, for everything that you just said,
That's why
listen, for everything that you just said, Love don't pay bills. Love don't build
Yeah.
houses. Love don't give structure. Love don't do any of the things that you need as a wife. Doesn't do any of that. Let's see if we can get her back here. She's having network problems. Oh, come on, Esther. All right. See if we can get her back in a minute. But what I'm saying today, it seemed like the same thing, man. That people want to continue to put this note. Men don't get married because they love somebody. More times than not, men get married because. There she is. You there?
Okay. Yeah.
Let me explain
Okay. So
something.
you were saying something.
Most men do not. Most men who, like I always say, middle class and up. Most men like that who are, yes, able to provide and protect, do all the things necessary for men to do. Normally, they do not get married because of love. Men want respect. It's better to fear and respect a man than it is to love a man. You know, she must have that Vodafone. But as I'm trying to tell her, man, most men will exchange love for respect any day of the week. Oh, you back.
Yeah.
What you women
So what
don't
are you
get,
saying?
women don't get that. Men don't really care for love like that. They want to be respected more than love. It's better to respect a man than love a man. We know love will come
Yeah.
later. Y'all look for that romantic love. For what reason, I don't know. That's that teenage stuff. That's what you do as teenagers. When you become an adult, you got to put things in order. What's best for you now? So you telling me that if you fell in love with the homeless man at the corner, hanging on the corner, you're going to go along and marry that man because you love him? You said
Actually,
it's
yeah.
unconditional.
I'll. Okay, wait. Actually, yes. I'm
Uh,
going to. I'm going to. Sure, I don't think so because even the Bible said you learn to love the person you marry, not love the person. Okay, you learn to love the person you marry. Yes, not marry the person you love. Right?
I already
I'm
said that,
right.
but you
Yes.
said the opposite.
Yes, but I still think that love comes in. You can just marry someone you don't. I still think love, even when you have that respect for him, you still have to love the person. So I think that love is still necessary.
And you know why that's so much trouble in that? Because the way that you say that, oh, I had to love this person because everything was romantically beautiful, that stuff fades away. It fades, it comes, it fades, it comes. So if that's the purpose of you falling in love with that person, that's not going to always going to be there. So you're going to need more than that to hang your hat on, to stay with a person, be committed, and work with a person. That romantic stuff, I'm telling you, y'all ladies got to get it together. That romantic stuff, y'all got to leave that stuff behind y'all. When you, after the age of
Okay.
14, 15, no, no, listen. After your teenage years and your high school years, we know about that love thing. Yeah, you in high school, you got your young love, this, that, and the other. That's cool and all, but when you become an adult, you gotta start to think like an adult. It's not about, oh, how much I'm in love with this person. Hey, can I learn to love this man? Do I fully respect this man? If this man is he's able to be a man and a husband and do the things needed in order to do for this family. If y'all thought like that, y'all be way ahead of the game. Because this love that you're talking about, it doesn't last. It's not. When have you ever seen a relationship where people get married because they're in love with each other and they feel that same way 20, 30, 40, 50 years later? I'm gonna tell you, it almost don't happen. You know why? Because the people who do last are the ones who get married for the right purposes and allow love to grow. By the time they're 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, their love is totally different from the age of 20 than what it is at the age of 60. And they can't see themselves without that person. But your mother and your father should have told you this, but they didn't. And that's why you'll find so many single people and single mothers around right now, because y'all looking for the wrong things. How many?
Okay. So what you
Answer me.
trying?
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
what
wait,
you
wait,
trying
wait,
to
wait,
say?
wait, 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 wait. Listen. Compared to 20 years ago, compared to now in Nigeria alone, tell me, is this true or not? That 20 years ago, it is completely different now in Nigeria when it comes to single mothers. That there are many single mothers being made in Nigeria.
I don't. I don't think so. But wait, I want to ask you something.
Go ahead.
Am I free to ask question?
You're free to do whatever you want.
Am I free to ask? Okay. So when it comes to you, you don't go for love, you go for respect.
Me, you. First of all, this is my show. I'm interviewing you. You understand that?
I,
Do you understand
um,
that?
I don't
This is
understand.
you're not here to interview me. I'm interviewing you. But I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
Out of
Okay.
generosity, out
Okay.
of generosity, I'm gonna answer your question. Me,
Okay. But
I've
honestly,
been through that.
honestly,
I've been listen. I've
okay.
been through that before. I've been through all that. Love this, love that. I've been through all that. I didn't get it right in my life too. I realized that it wasn't about that. It was about finding someone who was a traditional type of woman to be what I needed as a mother and a wife, and we would grow together. That's when I was able to get it right because our relationship wasn't based solely off that. It wasn't based on romantic love. So that romantic love grew over the years that we've been together. So we have more to hang on to just than just a feeling of love. Oh, because I don't. I'm telling you that
Okay.
stuff wears down
Okay. What you're trying to say? Okay. What you're trying to say is that you're going to pick respect over love.
every day of the week, every day of the week, every day of the week.
You
Because
pick.
respect is a condition. Respect is a mindset that stays with you. That love, that's an emotion. I don't care. I'm a man. I don't really care about your emotions. You understand? I don't really care about all that emotional stuff. As a man, I want what it is that I know I need in order to be the man that I need to go out and be. That love is not. How many people say they love you and then a day later they be dogging you out, or you break up and everything go haywire and they try to ruin your life? But when you respect somebody, you can't go to certain distances. You can't cross a line when you fully respect someone. It doesn't allow you to cross the line. When you love someone, according to this romantic love, people cross the line all the time. They say, oh, because I loved them, I was obsessed with them, whatever. Give me respect every day over the week than love. I get love later down the line. I'm going to get that because of the man that I am. I know who I am. So I'm going to get that from the woman. But respect, that has to be the foremost frontal thing that I look at when I'm looking for a spouse or a wife. This is how men think. If you understood how men think, I'm not just speaking to you, I'm just speaking. Women will handle themselves in a different manner. They will look for different things and they will present themselves in a different manner. Men want respect. You know what type of men don't care for respect, but they care about love first? The
Yeah.
same man, the
A
same
lot
man
of
that's
men, yeah, a lot of
working a
men
job.
actually cares for respect. A lot of men actually cares for respect instead of love. And you're making me see reasons why respect is like the at the top chart instead of love.
Yes,
Because
and that's how
before
we men
now,
are.
before before now, I was thinking that is after love, respect comes in. But you just made me understand
Impossible.
that there is respect before love.
When you know
And
this,
I've seen reasons.
then you can make yourself a better option for a man to come to you. See, we get up at I'm going to come back to you in a second. I'm going to come back to you in a second. Give me 1 second. All right, see if you can get your network fixed. All right, I'm not sure if she could get a network fix. But again, if you guys, ladies and gents, if you heard what she just said, it was up to this very moment, she thought it was about love with men and respect came later. Men do not think like that. Young men think like that. Young teenage boys think like that. Young people think like that before they turn into their adulthood and they're on a grind and on their purpose to do something great in life and prepare themselves to take care of a family. You can't be a builder and provide and take care and build up a family off love. That stuff takes respect. Because it's going to take respect when you lay down rules in your household and you say, this is going to be this is going to be that. You're not going to get bickering back and forth with the woman. Oh, no, well, no. The respect, by that due respect, okay, baby, I understand. So the whole issue is that women, a lot of women, they just don't look for the right things or know the right things about a man. Everybody, when it comes to women, they all want a man, but they don't know what men want. And that's what makes relationships so difficult these days. Women need to start studying men and what they want and what they need, what we desire out of you. A lot of women these days think they're the prize, and that's not the case. The man is the prize. The man was made first for a purpose. He was given a purpose. Let's see what they're doing. He was given a purpose. So when all women start understanding that we are the prize, a lot of things will change. Did you just hear what I just said?
Yeah, I was hearing what you were saying, talking about respect over love.
Y'all look at this social media and all this other stuff and all these goddamn movies that come out these days and everything's about falling head over heels and a man is chasing a woman. That shit is not real life. That is not real life. When you become a man who is ready for a family, all that stuff, that's that childhood stuff. You understand? Men are the prize. If men weren't the prize, why is it that a man can hold 2, 3, 4 wives at a time and provide for them all if he was not the prize? I'm not saying that you want that. I'm just saying that women got to understand that men are the prize. We the ones going out there making a way to do everything for our families. So you got to look at us like we're the prize. You can't look at yourself like you the prize. Look at yourself more like you're a gift. How about that? Look at yourself like I'm a gift to my man. God has gifted me to my man as a gift for him to continue in his purpose in life.
Being a gift to my man means like he owns me.
What is word own? Let me ask you. Did Adam own Eve, or Eve was to be a helper and follow his commands?
But here in Africa, like in Nigeria, men always capitalize on women having something tangible to do. Like
we're no longer talking about Nigerian men. We're talking about you're here because we're talking about you and other Nigerian women linking up and marrying Black American men so we could build something together. So we're going to stick with that. Forget Nigerian men for right now. No disrespect to my Nigerian brothers, but I'm here for a different purpose. So your purpose right now is to get yourself fit and ready for a Black American man in order that we can build together, in order that we get benefits from both sides of the coin. You get me?
Yeah.
So that's the purpose that we're here for you to understand Black American men and forget what you see on TV. None of that shit is real. The only thing you see on TV when it comes to Black American people, 90% of it is from the lower class of Black Americans. Every class, every race of people got lower class in a country, in a town, city, states, or whatever. We're not here for them. We're not here for the thugs who walk around with their pants hanging down, selling drugs in the corner, getting locked up, going in and out of jail. We're not here for those type of men. We're here for productive men who look at their Nigerians and African sisters and say, you know what? I can deal with that. I want that.
You just said the word productive and like more reasonable men, right?
That's productive.
More
Productive men are,
reasonable.
yes, work hard, want to have a wife, want to have a child. Most men, see, this is where feminism be kicking your ass. Because when you hear when a men want you to be submissive, a lot of these feminism, they change the words around and make it like, oh, you want me to be a slave. That's what we hear all the time. No, we want you
No.
to serve the same purpose that Eve served Adam. She wasn't a slave, but she knew her place. She knew her position, and she'd allow Adam, her husband, to be in his position.
Being
That's all we ask.
submissive. Being submissive is being respectful and
Being
just submit
submissive,
yourself.
listen. Being submissive means being respectful and cooperative, meaning you know how to cooperate. When you go, being a wife is a job. Like it or not, being a wife is a job.
Yeah, it's a job.
There are demands that are put on you. Just like you go to work a 9 to 5 every day, you get a boss. The boss tells you what to do. You get paid at the end of the day. It's a job. Being a wife
Yeah.
is a job. The only difference between being a wife and being an employee is that there's romance involved in your job. There's the ability to reproduce kids. There's the ability to grow together, buy a house together, buy a car together, go on vacations together. So if y'all as women could work 8, 9, 10, 12 hours at a job that's only paying you, you should be able to give that much more to a husband and not complain about being submissive. You can be submissive to a boss, but you complain about being submissive to a husband. That makes no sense. You understand?
Yeah. Get you.
It makes absolutely no sense. So that's the way that I want you to think. I want you to start listening to the content more and more as we get you ready, get you prepared, because I definitely know someone that's going to be interested in you. I just want to make sure it's the right man out of the ones that come to you when we put this on promo on Saturday that, is right for you, that you ain't going to be taken advantage of. Because just like anywhere, there's bad and good everywhere, no matter where you go. And I'll give you pointers behind the scenes, but I'm just saying my job is to prepare you and others to make yourselves fit for Black American men so we could all grow together. This is a new time. This is a new day. Everything that we know up to this point in time, all that stuff is our past now. This is something new. And this is what I'm focusing on. Linking Black Americans with Africans now. We become more powerful, more stronger when we do this. You understand?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so if I'm right, I want you to think that way. I want you to know that you are the one who have to gather yourself together and make sure that you're on the right note, that everything that my man is going to want, I'm going to be that without complaint. Because no man is going to want to have to go out, work 10, 12, 14 hours, be doing this, that, and the other. Make sure that you're insured just in case something happened to him. Make sure that you're taken care of for the rest of your life. Bust his ass, buy a house, buy a home. When men go out and do all this, they want to come home to bickering and have to argue with somebody over a rule or something that they said that this is what's going to happen in this house. It should be easy. Like I said, if you can submit yourself to your boss, it should be 10 times easier to submit yourself to your own husband, who's doing more for your boss than anyone will ever do. Your husband
Yeah,
will do more than your mother and father will do from the age of 18 and up. You understand me?
Yeah, being submissive is a must. Like, is a must. You have to be submissive, and he too has to be submissive too.
A man is submissive by being a provider. He
Yeah,
submits to his wife by providing and protecting his
yeah,
wife, by
knowing
giving her
his place,
direction.
knowing
You know,
his roles and playing it very well.
before I let you go, um, I remember when I met my wife over in Ghana, right? I remember she was going to this church or whatever. Pick the church, Baptist church, whatever. I would talk to her on the phone. She'd give me all this BS. Oh, my pastor had this prophecy, this, my pastor. You see what I'm saying? So I told her, I said, look, man, if you're going to be with me, you're going to have to cut all that bullshit. You're going to stop going there. You can't be under no pastor. You can't be under anything. You can only be under my authority. If you want to know something from the Bible, ask me. I studied the Bible for over 20 years of my life. I know more than the majority of pastors walking around here on this earth, hands down. I've been through this. But even men who have not, it doesn't matter. One thing about y'all African women that y'all do have to learn, y'all got to stop allowing yourselves to be under these pastors. That is not right. That is not in God's order. Your commandment is to be under your husband. Even in the Bible that you say you believe in, it says that the women are not even allowed to speak in the church. If they have something to ask or something they want to learn, wait till you get home and ask your husband. Your husband is supposed to be the one in the word each and every day and teaching on to you and your family and the kids. He teaches you and you teach down to the kids. So this is my advice to Africans. If you're going to be in a serious relationship, especially for marriage, you're going to have to leave the so-called authority of these pastors. That's going to have to be cut completely off. Because even in America, there are no black men in the churches in America. Because they see what goes on. They see the fuckery that goes on in the church every single day. So they completely left. Look it up. Look it up. Google it anywhere you want. YouTube it, Facebook it, whatever. Black American men do not go to church anymore. That's why it's filled with nothing but lonely single women. And if you truly do want a man, especially a black American, all that stuff going to have to cut off. Now, if y'all want to go to church together, so be it. Let him decide where you go, when you go, and all that. But to be alone in the church by yourself, that is completely out of order. And that's one thing that I do know that African women do not yet understand.
Wow, interesting. So you guys, like, Black Americans don't go to church, but they still play according to the Bible, right?
Yes. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you advice. If you want a real man, never mess with a man who says he goes to church on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. The majority of them are, I don't want to get blocked on here. The majority of them are, I think I can say the word homosexual, or I don't know what word to use anymore. LGBT, that's the word. LGBT or whatever. So most of them are that these days that are in the church. And the other ones are so weak. Tell me this. It's just like people who go through these colleges and these fraternities and they willingly submit themselves under another man. I, as a man, could never allow myself to submit to another man. I can submit to God because I fear God and I desire to love God the best I can. No real strong man will ever submit himself under another man. That's why men here who are real men, those who are still believers, we don't deal with that church mess because we already know. We rule our own homes. We study within. Do we link up together? Study? Do we link up and get together and encourage each other? Absolutely. But no real strong man is going to submit himself under the authority of church pastors, this, and the other. That's not what men do. You will find that nowhere in the Bible that anyone ever submitted themselves unto Paul, whoever, whatever. They followed their faith, their belief. They believed in what they were saying, but they never submitted themselves to make themselves like obedient unto men. I'm not obedient to no man walking this earth, and I will never be. I do everything I can to be obedient to God, like I said, because I have a fear of God. Because when I do wrong, I know that God is going to discipline me. But that's the fear that I have with him. But I don't fear men, and I'm not going to be obedient to men. No man, if you really want a strong man who's going to do everything it takes to make sure that you're in the right situation in life, do not mess with these folks who want to play church. Stay away from them. The real men are the ones who will let you know, I am a believer. This is my faith, but I don't mess with that because there's too much fuckery going on in church. Everybody's sleeping around with each other. There's nothing but a lot of drama and gossip. Men, we stay away from that. We let them little beta males, some little scary ass women like men, we let them stay there. We're no longer there. This is advice that will benefit you. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Wow.
Get me?
Yeah, I understand better now. Like, wow, I've really learned a lot. Like, wow, it's interesting though. And talking about Black American men, most of them, I don't know, I'm just saying, how do you know what is going to make a man to hit a woman, like beat a woman?
Say, oh my goodness. Oh, see, this is some bullshit right here. This is some real bullshit. It is some real bullshit right here. Oh my goodness. My wife, I had the same problem with my wife. Even her family was afraid of me because their notion of Black American is we beat on our women. Black American men are the least people to hit women. White men beat women on average more so than anyone in our country by far and away. Then you have Latino, and then you might have Black and then Asian. Most Black American men will never hit a woman. First of all, our women are too manly in the first place. They're the ones who always want to fight us. We got to hold back, walk out the door, still worry about getting the police called on us every single moment. You know how constant it is that when a woman get mad at you here, they quickly call the cops and say that you hit them even though you didn't, just because they know they have that power over you. This is the type of shit we get tired of. This is just another reason why a lot of men are saying, you know what, I love my Black American sisters, but I'm through with them. I have to go elsewhere because I can't deal with this no more. This goes on a daily basis. This has been going on for a long time, and men are just getting sick and tired of it. You see, this notion that Black men beat their women is just false. It's false. You can look at the statistics. You could go to the CDC, which is the white people's charts on everything, and even that will show you that Black American are the least abusive when compared to what their white counterparts. The only men you're talking about are the ones in the ghettos, the ones who don't have anything going for them. What happens when a man don't have anything going for him? He gets angry. You know what it does to a man when he knows he's not really a man and can't really provide? He's living in a project or he's living under his woman. It frustrates him because he knows he's not a real man. Once again, the type of men you're talking about are the low-class men. You keep going back to the low-class men. What man is going to throw away everything that he got going on? What man is going to lose his job, got a good job, going to lose his good-paying job, lose his house, lose his car because he want to put his hands on his woman? The only men who do that are men who don't own a home, who don't have cars, who don't have anything, who don't have a decent paying job. They don't have anything to lose. They're already angry and pissed off. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say productive men. You got to get that out of your head because it's a fallacy. You have to get that out of your head. You continue to go back to the lower class Black men when I have nothing to do with them types. I don't even talk at them. I don't even talk to them. They're not my concern. My concern of the productive Black men in society today. So no, do productive middle class and not Black men put their hands on a women? No. You're always going to have a situation here and there where anybody in any race on any level. But in general, no, they don't. And like I said, my wife's family thought that. My wife even was scared and afraid of that when she came here, that I would change and put my hands on her. I can't tell you the amount of times that I heard that. And she would tell you, she realized that she was totally wrong in everything that she thought about me. Because before she came here, that's all she knew. She can only go on what she was told and what she was influenced by that on media and that on television. It's a lie. The media that you see that's ran in Nigeria and everywhere else, it's media that's only going to make us look bad. You already know they don't want us together. They've done everything to keep us separated up to this very point. Why do you think they're going to show you media and TV and television programs and movies about the productive society in Black America? They only show you the worst parts of us. That's all they show. I've lived in Africa long enough to know these things. That's why, have you heard one of my podcasts the other day? I don't even allow black movies we don't even watch black movies because we already know how they show us. Drug dealers, over sexualized, always want to be womanizers, hit our woman and shoot and gangbang. We don't even allow that in my own home because I don't want our children growing up to be influenced and thinking that's what we are. Like I said, you follow my instructions, I make sure you're on a path to be with a productive man, not the false narrative that's been played out to you over the course of your life. That's white media, whitewash and everything. So, all right.
Okay.
I got somebody else to get to. It was lovely doing this. Maybe we could do it again sometime. I really enjoyed the conversation, but I got to get to somebody else. So I'm going to say good night to you.
Good night. I learned so much.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you too for coming on. All right now.
Bye.
Bye. Now, let's see who we got. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Hello.
Yeah, who's calling? Yeah, who's calling?
Hope.
Hope. Where are you from? Hope. Where are you from? What you got the speaker on?
Say what?
What you got the speaker on?
No.
So where's the echo coming from?
I do not know that. I'm using a earpiece.
Take it out and see if that's it. Take it out and see if that's it. Check 1, 2.
It's echoing.
Say that again. It's your earpiece.
This is echoing.
No, it's not echoing anymore.
It's my earpiece.
No, it's not echoing anymore. No, now it's
okay,
echoing.
then it's my earpiece.
Now it's back again. Yeah, you're gonna have to hang up and try again. We can't do this with an echo.
Okay.
Hang up and try again. All right, so let's see what Hope is doing. Are you still there? Hello? I don't think Hope is listening. There we go. Anyway, but there's good news and there's bad news. And actually, there's really no good news. So I'm just going to give you the bad news. Just like the last caller, Esther, all these things that I'm telling her should have been taught by our parents. And even us, we think here that, Africa, different tradition, different culture, these women know better. Yeah, their culture is different. They're brought up beautifully. I don't disagree with that. I love it. And they are certainly more traditional type women, more so than our women, our modern day feminist women. And, that's not really debatable. But just like I sat here and advised Esther on not just Black American men, but men in general, these things should have been told to her since by the age of 12 years old, so that she could grow with this understanding. But it's best to get this information now before it's too late. It's better to learn it now than wait till you're 40 and it's too late. Because that's what's happening today. A lot of women are waiting and it's taking them too long to get the bigger picture. Let's see. All right. So outside of that, man, I mean, it was a great discussion and all, but these things shouldn't have to come from me. It should have came from her parents. And I believe yesterday she said her father was late, meaning deceased. At the very least, her mother should have raised her knowing these things. Let's see if we can get Hope back in. You there, Hope?
You there?
You there, Hope? Oh,
Yeah, I'm here.
I do not know what's going on with your phone. I do not know. I mean, I'm sure they me because I've been on here
I'm
already.
sure they me because I've been on here already.
I'm gonna do you a favor.
I'm gonna do you a favor.
I'm gonna try
Okay.
something to see if I can
I'm
help
gonna
you out.
try something to see if I can help you out.
I can't even do that because I left everything in the
I
car.
can't even do that because I left everything in the car.
Hope,
Oh,
yeah, it's not gonna be
Yeah.
well for the
I can
listener.
hear you.
It's not gonna be well for the listener.
The echo.
The echo.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to do
You
though.
sure you don't have your phone on speaker?
You sure you don't have the phone on speaker?
No.
You got to figure something out because
You gotta figure something out because
it's echoing right back at me.
it's echoing right back at me.
Hold on. Let me leave. I'll join back again.
All right, one more chance, Hope.
All right, one more chance, Hope.
All right, so again, I know some of the brothers might be like, well, what about us? What about us? We'll get to you. We'll get to you. But my African brothers, we definitely get to you, no doubt. But it's easy to build a channel and a following when we talk to the ladies first. But as we grow, we get up there, we're going to take care of the men. Definitely. I'm not going to leave anybody out. Like I said, we are brothers and sisters. So we all going to do this together. We're all going to build together. We're all going to be one together. So that's what this is all about us coming together as one. And all this division and all that stuff, when we get to where we need to be as a people, we go back to all that tribalism stuff, this and the other. But for now, man, we can't afford it any longer. We certainly can't afford it any longer. So before I get out of here, I'm going to give Hope one more chance. And if anybody else want to chime in, you're welcome to. And like I said, this is the Marion Ghana show. We actually have another show coming on here on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook in about 30 minutes. And if y'all guys want to stay around and check that out, come back on. So we'll be here. But we're going to do that with me and the missus for a podcast. So still, though, tell a friend, tell a family member. This is the new way of life. This is a new day, a new time. 2022 is going to mark something truly special for all of us. We're going to look outside of the box. We're going to look at the bigger picture and how to get ourselves where we need to be. For my African sisters, where you need to be, some of you have husbands, that's fine. Some of you are looking. Some of you don't know how to be what it is you need to be. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for nothing. I'm here for that. And like I said, there's so many Black American good brothers that are here. And I always use the word productive because they the ones that I speak to. They the ones that I'm trying to look out for, that I look out for. So many Black American productive women who are looking for a traditional sister. Many can't deal with the modern women feminism that's going on here in America today with our Black sisters. You got some who run to Asians and Filipinos. Do what you do. Nothing wrong with that. But you have a lot who still want to stay with their Black sisters. And I always say the way to do that, if you can't find them here in the U.S., you can find them there in Africa. Let's try this one more time with Hope. Hope, where you at? Let's try it again.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Now, am I going to hear an echo?
Is the echo still there?
Say that again.
Is the echo still there?
Well, I'm not really hearing it now. All right, let's try it then. Let's see how far we can go. All right.
Okay.
Cool. You said you're from
All right.
Nigeria, right? From where? Where in Nigeria?
Say what? Oh, I'm from Akwa Ibom State.
How old are you?
25.
How old?
25.
All right. You in school?
Yeah. I'm a
What you
student
taking for
of
school for what?
University. Say what?
You're going to school
Come
for
again. Oh, studying to be a biochemist.
pharmacy, pharmaceutical.
No, just biochemist.
So I'm dumb. Pretend like I'm stupid. Biochemist. What are you going to be doing?
Okay. It has to do with generally the human body,
Oh, biology.
the biology plus a little mix of chemistry.
Okay, let's just say
Okay,
that I understand everything that you just said. All right. You're 25 years old.
all right. Okay, is this?
I understood everything you said. We're going to pretend. You're 25 years old.
Yeah.
You know what this show is about. You're here because you're interested in something. Do you ever want to be married?
Yeah. I look forward to that.
Do you ever want to have kids?
Yeah, I do.
You're 25. When do you plan on getting married?
Honestly, most times I just feel like maybe I'm not ready yet. Maybe in 2 years, 3 years from now, maybe I'll be ready then.
So who's the man? Who's the lucky man?
Okay, no lucky man yet. We're still searching.
Huh?
No lucky man yet. We're still searching.
So how you gonna be married in 2 years
We're not found.
if there's nobody in the picture yet?
Okay, I just believe when that time comes, somebody will be there.
I'm just asking. That's all. 25 years old. 25 years old in Nigeria. In 2 years' time, you'll be 27, almost 30 years old. Most men in Nigeria don't look for a 30-year-old woman to marry. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So why are you wasting your time? Why is so much time being wasted?
Okay. Most men don't look for 30 years old to marry. I think most men would look for a 30 years old successful woman to marry. So I think being successful is like the main thing. Being able to be your own woman is the main thing.
The men. What was the last part? What was the last part? You got to speak a little more clearly into the phone a little bit.
Okay, I said being a woman want to marry a 30-year-old woman, but men will want to marry a 30-year-old successful woman.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do it. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh my goodness. Here we go. 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 The very reason that Black American men are running away from Black women here in America. I see what you want. All right. So these men, These men who are going to marry a black, successful 30-year-old woman, what type of men are they? We ran out of time for Instagram. I thought Instagram was like 4 hours. I think it hit 60 minutes and it cut off on its own. Let me get what was the name? Hope. Let me get Hope back in here. This is going to be fun. Oh man, this is going to be fun. Hope.
Hello? I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I
So
want you
I
to
was saying that
go ahead.
I think because preferences, right? Maybe it's just my own kind of person, but then I think every woman out there will want the same thing. Like you don't want to be a liability when you finally meet the man of your dream. So you try to just achieve something
There's no such
and
thing.
make
There's no such thing as a man of your dreams. This is not a cartoon. It's not a movie. No such thing as a man of your dreams. That shit don't exist.
all
So
right.
now I see why you're wasting so much time. Now I see why you're wasting so much time. Let me ask you this. Who ever told you that men cared about the money that a woman make? Where did you get that from?
I never said you cared, but then it's not about them caring, it's about the woman involved.
What
She see
will you being
herself as
successful do for me? All right, let's play this game. You, I'm 40. Say you meet me when I'm 40 years old or whatever. I meet you when you're 30, right? You're successful. You became a biochemist. You did all this. Now you're 30, and I meet you for the first time. We date, and I ask you, you know, I'm looking to marry. What can you offer me as a wife? What will you tell me? You're
right.
successful in 30 years old and you're a biochemist. When I ask, as a husband needing a wife, a traditional wife, what can you offer me?
I think basically uh, respect, that's one.
What is it?
I think it's just respect, just being there for you. That's like the only thing I can offer.
So basically,
Just being that.
nothing that a man wants. Nothing really that a man wants.
I think it depends on what the man really wants.
No,
I
no.
cannot just
What you said you don't have anything really to offer a man. That's basically what you just said. What type of man? Let me ask you this: what type of man do you want to marry? And tell me about this man that you want
oh,
to marry one day.
hardworking. I think that's like a criteria because I like goal-driven men.
You like what?
Goal-driven, like hardworking men, like men that are hardworking, but then uh, I think just hardworking. I just want to see that you're going somewhere. You're driving towards a particular place.
What about height, look?
I do not really care about looks, but then I'm not really a tall person, so I think I really look at the height. But that's like not important like that.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4" or five
Oh,
five
pretty
about.
cool. And how much you weigh?
Come again?
How much do you weigh? Your weight?
Oh, 59, 60.
60?
Thank you. Yeah.
62, you said.
60. 60.
50. 50.
60.
60?
60.
60. Hey, you know you got an accent, so I'm trying to figure it out. Y'all keep giving me this 60 kg. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look it up because y'all keep talking about kg when you know we do nothing but pounds, pounds, pounds. And I'm not talking about the euro when I say pounds.
Okay.
kg and okay, you're 132 pounds. 432 pounds. Actually, the perfect weight for a woman. So I'll give you that. On a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate yourself?
Okay. I'm a 7.
7.
Yeah, so I don't have to make myself feel too big, and then I don't want to make myself feel small. I'm a 7.
I'm just asking 7. We're gonna go with 7. Then. That seems like that's safe mode. I call that the safe mode for women. All right, so we go with a 7. At a 7, you're not looking to get married right now. You want to get married 2 years down the line, and you're 27, 20 years old. What type of man do you think you're going to be fit for? What we call this is levels. There's levels to everything. You have 4 different levels with black men, with all men. You have the poverty level, you have the middle class level, you have the upper class level, then you have the elites. Lower class, poverty, middle, average salary in America or wherever it is, as you say. Upper is above average, and elite is rich or wealthy. As a 27, 28-year-old biochemist who spent her life making herself successful, which one of those men do you think you would draw in? And she's a 7.
I'd love to answer this in a Nigerian form way, but then in a Nigerian way, it's likely gonna be middle class, but maybe outside the Nigerian way, upper class, because I think
What's wrong? Hold up. What's wrong with your phone?
like
Your phone. Can you make it a little more clear? Wipe your camera or whatever.
I'm trying, though I broke my phone. I'm careless like that somehow. I
See,
broke this
that's
front
another reason why
panel.
you need a husband. All right, so you said middle class. You said, according to what you believe you are, you could draw in a middle class person.
Yeah. But
I
then
appreciate that. I actually
it's
appreciate
like
you saying that because I'm going to give you that. That's exactly what you would draw in as a middle class individual. And there's nothing wrong with that. Middle class is you hook up with a black American, married a black American at the age of 27 with your biochemist degree or whatever it is that you come out of it with. Middle class, y'all buy a nice house, y'all buy 2 cars, 1 car, his or her cars, vacation twice, 2 weeks in a month, have 2 children, raise them, let them go to public school. Is that okay with you?
nah, nah, definitely not. I think
That's not
you
enough?
you got my answer. You got my answer wrong. I said when it comes to Nigerian way, likely shit. Hold on.
What happened to you?
Okay, my lights went off.
Oh, we got lights out. You better put your light on your phone. This is Africa, folks. Lights go off anytime they want. Unbelievable. It's about uh, it's already after 1 a.m. over there, so it's probably not so much you could do about it. If we can't get her back tonight, we definitely finish up with her tomorrow. I like this. I just wish her phone was a little more clear, so it's easy to hear and see her. Let me see. But that was Hope from Nigeria, studying to be a biochemist. I wanted to get what she was saying because I couldn't hear the end of it. Because I asked her, was middle class enough for her? And she was going into her whole thesis or whatever. So, didn't get to catch that. But not tonight. Hopefully, we can finish up with her and get the rest of that tomorrow. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to give Hope some time to gather herself and get everything right for tomorrow night. And we're going to bring her on for part 2 before we get into anyone else tomorrow. So, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. And we're going to end it right here. And we'll get Hope back tomorrow night to finish up with her and a few more on tomorrow, depending on how far we go over. So see you back tomorrow at the same time. We're doing this at 6 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, Philly. That's about midnight, Nigeria. I believe 11 o'clock in Ghana. Now, wherever you are, you figure the rest out for yourself. So once again, the Marion Ghana Show. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed the show. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow with a lot more for you guys. All right, I get ready for my next show. Some like I said, if y'all want to join us, we got a real good show coming on with me and the missus. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.